All right, friends, this is one of my favorite parts of algebra. It's going to be factoring trinomials. I'm going to show you one way that I do it, but there's a bunch of different ways out there. Your teacher might show you a different way. If you want to take some notes on it, pause, write these notes down. By the end of this, hopefully you'll get a good idea for it. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to factor this guy right here, x squared plus 7x minus 18. Now, the first thing you're going to draw are your bubbles, okay? So draw your bubbles, your parentheses, like this. And then we're going to put in our x's like this, like we've done here. Now, the most important part, and I made a mistake on when I was recording it, so this is already written, are the signs. Your signs are the most important part, and they seem to be the hardest. For your signs, you look at this last number, and if it is a negative, that means your signs are going to be different. So we have a positive and a negative. You can do a negative, positive, positive, negative. It doesn't matter. It just means your signs are going to be different. Your next step is to list all your factors of this last guy, which is 18. So 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Now, I need a positive and a negative that gives me positive 7 when added together. Well, if I have a positive 9 and a negative 2, that'll give me a positive 7. So if I have a positive 9 and a negative 2, I will end up with that positive 7. You can always double check this by foiling or distributing or box method. So if we were to FOIL this, we would say, okay, first is x squared, then we would get outside is negative 2x, these two, so plus 9x, and then last is 9 and negative 2, so minus 18, minus 18, not x. X, and then we got to combine our inside outsides, right? So we would get x squared plus 7x minus 18. That is what we started with, so we have done this correctly. All right, let's look at the second example. Again, the first thing we do are our bubbles, parentheses, whatever. Then we do our x's. Then we look at our last sign. If it's negative, it tells us this is different. So I say, okay, what I usually say is, look at your last sign. Does this tell us same or different? In this case, different, because it's negative, right? I don't care about that first one. So a plus and a minus, or a minus and a plus. List all your factors of 27. 1 times 27, 3 times 9. Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. So we're all the way through those factors. Okay, so I need a positive and a negative. That gives me a negative 6. Well, if I do negative 3 and positive 9, you'll see that that gives me a positive 6, but I'm looking for a negative 6. When that happens, just make sure you switch your signs. So it should be positive 3 times negative 9. That gives us negative 27, and when added together, will give us negative 6. So positive 3, negative 9. Bam, you're done. All right, let's look at this next guy. Let me get in here a little closer. Sorry about that. All right, so for example number 3 here, we draw our bubbles like this. Bam, bam, x, x. Look at our last sign. That tells us same signs because it's positive. So they're either going to be positive, positive, or negative, negative. You got to look to the first sign. They're going to be positive, positive. So positive, positive. So we've got factors of 28. 1 times 28. 2 times 14. 4 times 7. And I like to go in order just to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, I need a positive, positive that gives me 16. Well, if you look, positive 2, positive 14, those add up to positive 16. So I've got that guy factored. Bam. All right, let's look at this one. Bubbles, x's, and our signs. This tells us same signs. This tells us negative, negative. So negative, negative. So we've got 1 and 26. And then the only other one is 2 times 13. All right, I need a negative, negative that gives me negative 15. So if I do negative 2, negative 13, kablam, I have factored this guy. All right. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to practice a couple more, but if you think you have it, you're good to go. All right, let's practice a couple more of these. All right, so when we've got this, we're going to do our bubbles here like this. Bam, x, x. We look at our last sign. That tells us different signs. So plus, minus. List all of our factors of 10. We've got 1 times 10, 2 times 5, not 3, not 4. 5's already there, so we're good. I need a positive and a negative that gives me positive 3. Well, if I do a negative 2 and a positive 5, that will give me positive 3. So we say, okay, positive 5, negative 2. All right, let's look at this guy. Bubbles, x, x. This tells me same signs. This tells me negative, negative. So negative, negative, and I got to list all my factors of 60 here. 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, 6 times 10. All right, So I look at these guys and I need a negative, that gives me negative 23. Negative 23, it looks like if I do a negative 3 and a negative 20, that'll add up to negative 23. So negative 3, negative 20, bam, factored that guy. All right, let's look at this one. Bubbles, x, x. This tells me same signs. This tells me positive, positive. Plus, plus, 18. 1 times 18. 2 times 9. 3 times 6. All right, I need a positive, positive. That gives me 11. If I do positive 2 and positive 9, that would add up to be positive 11. So positive 2, positive 9. That is how you factor those guys. If you have any questions at all, let me know below. Otherwise, good luck. We'll see you next time.